Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Gaming Quitte, the most delicious Quitte of them all, and today we're going to take a look at the final banner in Dragalia Lost. Or rather, it is the last showcase that will add new units. So this is going to be my final unit analysis video, aside from the Origa video, which will come soon. Important note on the banner: both units will be the only featured units on the banner. There will be no featured dragon, and both will be added to the general pool after the banner. Now let's take a look at Bondforged Zethia first. She seems like she will be a jack of all trades with an interesting kit for a light bond unit. Her first skill, Blazing Found, deals 3 hits of 800% damage and it inflicts flash burn. This means it's a total of 2400% damage dealt. Now if she has the Power of Bonds effect active, which we will talk about soon, the attack is changed. It now deals 1 hit of 1800 and 5 hits of 360% damage each. This means it's a total of 3600% damage. It still inflicts flash burn and it also dispels buffs. Zethia will be immune to knockback during the skill. When shared, Blazing Found will use the base version of the skill. Zethia's second skill, Ring of Affection, lets you marry your favorite character. Sorry, that's the wrong kind of Ring of Affection. The skill actually grants all teammates the Power of Bonds effect. This basically is a lifesaver because if you have the effect and you would take damage which is more than your current HP, that damage is nullified and the effect will be consumed. The rest of the team will take 20% of their maximum HP as damage though. So it's not like with Harl or Emil that the damage is evenly split, but it will always be the 20%. When Zethia already has the Power of Bonds effect, her second skill will instead heal all teammates with a potency of 100, but this will also remove the Power of Bonds effect from the entire team. Zethia is a wand unit and therefore she has the standard co-ability, which increases skill damage by 15%. Her chain co-ability gives a 6% shadow resistance if the user's HP is at 80% or above. Her first ability makes use of the Power of Bonds effect. If Zethia's HP drops below 30%, it heals her own HP. If she has the Power of Bonds ability, it also heals the rest of the team. This effect has a cooldown of 45 seconds. We currently don't know the potency of these heals. When Zethia uses her second skill, it grants a team critical amp with a maximum amp level of 3. This has a cooldown of 30 seconds. Even if Zethia is not a Gala unit, she's still a dual resistant unit, so she can't be poisoned or cursed. Her third ability grants Zethia a 20% skill damage boost all the time. If she has the Power of Bonds ability, she gets an additional 40% skill damage buff, so using some heavy hitting shared skills might be a good way to go on Zethia, in addition to her really strong first skill. So at first Zethia's kit seemed a bit underwhelming to me, but it's only because I expected something even more crazy for some reason. What we got is a unit that can do a lot of things though. She hits extremely hard, thanks to her skill damage buff, she can heal the entire team and herself, she can dispel and enable flash burn, and she grants critical damage amps. She's a really good unit for the light element and I think that's a desperately needed unit as well. Overall, I'm sure all 3 Zethia fans out there will be happy with this unit. Now let's talk about Bondforged Prince, or as I will call him, Bondforged Euden. He has finally turned into the Windsword unit we've always wanted him to be. Gone are the days where we meme on him for not having the same element as his pack-bound dragon. His first skill, Blazing Tempest, deals 5 hits of 230% and 1 additional hit of 1085% damage. So normally it deals 2235% damage. The skill fills the Dragon Gauge with 50 Dragon Energy if it connects. For the attack, Euden transforms into Primal Midgard Stormer, and after that, he continues to deal damage and inflict Stormlash. As with Alberius, shapeshifting here counts as an actual shapeshift, so certain abilities which affect the shapeshift state will affect Midgard Stormer's attack as well. When you use this skill during a shapeshift, you're going to be using United Tempest instead. This attack is similar to the Primal Mid's Dragon version, but even stronger. It deals tons of hits, which in total can deal up to 2685% damage if all hits connect. It lowers the enemy's wind resistance by 15%, and it inflicts stun. You can use the skill twice during a shapeshift by charging it up again with auto attacks after having used it once. Bondforged Euden's second skill, Vortex Circlet, also transforms Euden into Primal Midgard Stormer. It deals 8 hits of 271% damage and an additional hit of 2025% to the enemies. That's a whooping 4193% damage. Euden will continue attacking into skill after the shapeshift, and that attack will reduce the enemy's mode gauge a lot. As with the first skill, certain things that affect Dragon Form will also affect the shapeshift during the skill. Vortex Circlet will also cause stun. His core ability is wild because it's the same as the Scala form. It adds 10% to dragon damage and extends shapeshift time by 20%. The 10% dragon damage increase, for example, will apply to his skills, at least when he is in the shapeshifted form. The core ability is not bound to element, by the way, but sadly you cannot play Scala Euden and Bondforged Euden on the same team for brutal dragon damage. Euden has a really nice chain core ability which increases dragon gauge fill rate by 20% for wind units. And now here's the big list of things for his first ability. The Windworm's Dragonlight ability grants Euden a unique Force Strike. You can keep a combo if you do a Force Strike during your standard attack pattern with that. You can perform an even stronger unique Force Strike in mid-air on the 4th attack of Euden's attack string. Bondforged Euden will always transform into Primal Midgard's Armor, and its dragon skill level will match that of Euden's first skill. When Euden shapeshifts, he grants the entire team a critical damage amp with a maximum level of 3, and in dragon form his attacks can dispel buffs. I am going out on a limb here and assume that both effects will activate when Euden uses one of his skills, because he does shapeshift there. It was like that with Alberius. He has the Can Dispel when in dragon form thingy, but it also activates when he shapeshifts to Chthonius in his skills. What a name. As with Zethia, Bondforged Euden is a dual resistant unit and therefore can't be bogged or frozen. He's still not resistant to Stormlash, except if you use his skill at the right time and try to dodge it with the dragon form. I guess that could work in theory. Euden's third ability fills the dragon gauge by 50% once per quest if his HP drops below 40%. The ability also reduces dragon gauge depletion over time by 20%, so you can be in dragon form longer. Something to note with Bondforged Euden is that he probably has a unique standard attack combo in which he shapeshifts at the end of the combo. I say this because we get a little note at the end of the banner news which says that dragon damage and abilities activated when shapeshifted will apply to his 5th attack in the standard attack combo. So I would assume that he's going to shapeshift into Primal Midgard's Armor during his standard attack string. This could also probably work with the critical damage amps. So he, like, if you do a entire combo string, he also grants a critical damage amp at the end when he shapeshifts into Primal Midgard's Armor. But that's just the theory, a Quitte theory. Thanks for watching. So overall, Bondforged Euden is a beast. He's insanely strong, can probably ramp up critical damage amps extremely quickly, which not only helps him deal more damage, but also helps out the entire team. I would also like to think that you want him to shapeshift as quickly as possible to enable the 15% wind resistance reduction upon the enemy. I do wonder though how high the stun chances are on his skills, because most enemies can only be stunned once. If the chance of inflicting stun is really high, then this could be different, but I kinda doubt that. This is pure speculation though. With Bondforged Euden, Cygames really has released a beast as the final unit, and I'm super happy to see that it's Euden who is powered up by his friends. If you are planning to continuing Dragalia until it shuts down, you absolutely want him in your roster, especially if you do get a Primal Mercury fight. So with this banner, Cygames is going out with a bang, almost quite literally with how hard both units can hit. I'm super excited to summon on the banner, but with this being the last new banner for Dragalia Lost, this series of unit analysis videos does come to an end now. I want to quickly thank you all for watching these videos, for correcting me if I was wrong and always being nice about it while doing so, and sharing your thoughts on new units in the comments. It was always a pleasure with you guys. So do me a favor and just let's do all of that one more time. Tell me down below what you think about Bondforged Zethia and Euden. Super excited to see your opinion on them. Anyway, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe if you want to see my content in the future. If you want to know what I'm up to when I'm not making videos, follow me on Twitter or join our Discord. The links are down below. Thank you all so much for watching all this time, and I will see you in the next video.